Hey there, my dearest Capricorns. Happy birthday if I have not told you that already. Today we're going to be doing a reading for soul bond, soul connection, twin flame, soulmate, whichever you identify as. Most of the time, the ones that I'm reading for are usually in separation. So I'm going to read from that perspective unless I see something different, okay? I'm going to begin with this deck here to see if there's any element or sign in particular, possibly that you could be related, to this connection. Let's see, what do we have? The moon. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. We've got Earth, uh, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and Libra. So doesn't have to be, it's just an indicator for the ones that it is that it matches, right? So the moon is also about, this could be some kind of secret connection, something that's been hidden, a lot of illusions surrounding it, not sure like where it's going, where it's headed, that type of thing. So keep that in mind. Put those there. I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Romance Angels and then we'll get into the actual reading. And as always, thank you for all you do for my channel. I greatly appreciate you guys. All your love and support is important to me. Okay, so the first card came out is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. You could have a lot of doubt. Like I said, with that moon card, there could be a lot of things that are unknown in the current moment. Like maybe the way that you feel is very different to what you see is going on in the actual connection itself, like in the 3D, right? I do see that you're being asked to trust, like trust your intuition, trust how you feel about this. If you feel that this is your connection, then keep speaking like positive affirmations about it, that type of thing. The next card to come out was attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So this is about, don't get so stuck on the whens, the whys, the hows. Worry more about what you're doing in this current moment to make your life more worth living, or to having more fun. Because a lot of times when our counterpart is going through struggles or adversities, we feel it because we're so connected energetically. And so that the more that we play, the more that we teach our counterpart how to have fun, how to enjoy the moment, how to be present, that type of thing. And then I've got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And a lot of times with any kind of serious relationship or serious soul bond, there is a lot of work that we're guided to do because our person is here to teach us lessons, right? We're supposed to learn these lessons. They help us almost in the moments of our darkest hours. They're that light at the end of the tunnel that push us to want more, to push us to do things to get closer to that light, right? So now we're going to go into tarot. And the way I'm going to do the actual reading is I'm going to pull cards for the feminine, I'm going to pull cards for the connected energy, and then for the divine masculine from each of these groups, okay? So the first cards I'm going to pull is tarot for the divine feminine. And these are the Twin Flame Journey Oracle, Journey Tarot. I also have the Oracle as well. A lot of the cards I'm using today are by Mystic Moon Oracles. She did the Soul Contract, the Twin Flame ones, and the Haunted Divine Masculine. She makes really beautiful cards, just by the way. And they're pretty affordable as well. Okay. So Divine Feminines, what I'm seeing is we've got the Hierophant and the Eight of Swords. I kind of feel like something about this connection has made you feel blocked off, whether from your person or blocked off in general, like not being able to move because you're so fearful that something that you do could alter this connection, or there could have been some sort of control around this connection to where that you're still kind of living in the sense of the fears of losing somebody, or and it's all surrounding the Hierophant. So to me this is almost like a fear of commitment, and this could have been something that you've struggled with for a while. um, she feels almost like bound. So this could be that you feel bound to this connection. This could be you feel bound from being able to move outside of your fears. This could be you um, letting your fear overtake your ability to make a difference, is kind of what I'm getting. You may feel like you also like have no control over where this connection is going to go, over the person that you're connected to. A lot of fear, a lot of fear. And it all has to do with that Hierophant, which is like commitment. Higher, maybe you just feel disconnected from the ethereal, connected to the higher realms, that type of thing. I'm not going to do clarifiers on the tarot, but I will pull more cards so we can get to the bottom of it. Now, this is going to be for the connected energies. And the connected energy is basically the thing that you both agree on that needs to either change, or that is the connection itself in between the two of you. So I've got the Emperor and the World. I think that the both of you agree that in order for a new cycle to begin, a new world to open, this one needs to be completed first. And I think that the two of you with the Emperor here is basically getting out of your own way and realizing the power that the two of you hold within yourself. This could be mission work that the two of you need to accomplish before coming back together. This could be healing that needs to be done. The Emperor is all about getting to the point in your life to where you're secure, you're stable, you've learned all the lessons of all the kings. Could be the Empress too, you know, like getting to the place that you've been through all the lessons. When the Emperor shows up and the Empress shows up, to me, that's a connection that's at the place of union, right? Some of the other ones, not so much. You know, they could be for sure a soul connection, but full union, I think you have to become the Emperor and Empress in order to make the connection really go somewhere, right? Um, there's some other combinations, but for me personally, when I see the Emperor and Empress, it signals to me that the two of you have learned the lessons associated with each four of the kings and queens, and you're able to do things in a way to where you don't have to force, you don't have to, you know, it just all falls into line. And I think that's what it's saying, is like the two of you are still learning certain lessons to be in a place of an emperor, and until you get to that place, it won't open, like the cycle will not be closed, right? So this could also mean you're very close to a new beginning. Both of you might be at the place of leveling up, doing the healing, doing the work, doing the things that you're called and guided to do, right? Okay, so for the Divine Masculine, I have the Three of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Kind of what I'm getting is, even though this person still would like to offer the Divine Feminine something, there might be friendships, there might be family members. There might be things that distract him from his purpose. Um, and gender is not specific, so if you hear me say her, him, whatever, you can reverse roles. You can put it however it works for you and your connection. I just say he and she, him and her, because that's the way I see it, right? Um, I kind of feel like he's got a lot of distractions that have like gotten his head about this connection or about coming forward with an offer, an apology, or anything like that. Um, it could also be that because there's drinking here, he could have some problems with alcohol, intoxication, that type of thing that keeps him from coming forward. And if he does, normally to open his heart space, it would be after he's drank a few. Now, it can also mean that the friendship needs to be returned to this connection. Leo kind of had something similar with that message. Is like getting back to the place of why the two of you came together to begin with, why you fell in love, what you originally liked and loved about this person from a friendship perspective, not from an actual commitment perspective. Building that from like almost like the ground up, right? All right, so let's get more information on this divine feminine here. And I also get the energy that the two of you are not speaking because both of you have your backs turned to one another. Um, you both have separate things that have you looking in different directions. That could be why Divine Feminine is stuck in the Eight of Swords, because she feels stuck to move forward in a commitment away from this, but at the same time, she's still trying to look in another direction. And it's kind of the same for the masculine. The masculine is like trying to distract himself with friends, doing things as far as business and other directions, but you're both facing away from each other, like you have your backs turned to one another. Like I said, this connection could be at a pretty big standstill when it comes to communication, or it doesn't have to be, but it's kind of what I'm seeing. It's too many cards. Okay. So for Divine Feminine, I have karma. Paying off karmic debts from past lives or from the present life. And that karma could have to do with why the feminine is so fearful of commitment. They could have had a lot of karma around relationships or people that were in connectionships or whatever. But it does show they're receptive to the offer or to the lessons of the karma that they're enduring. So that to me is good. They've got their hands up to the sky. And if that's you, it's knowing that things happen for certain reasons. We go through karma in this life in order to make sure like we don't repeat it again. And I think you understand that now, Divine Feminine. You're leaning on a much higher um, it's like you're finding the light again after maybe some darkness. Okay, so the connected energy. One more, please. Okay. So the one thing you two agree on is that there's a separation here. And there's blood and it's ripped and it's torn and it looks pretty painful, right? I think you both feel the separation. You both feel the pain of being ripped apart, right? I think both of you feel that your heart has been torn to pieces. Um, but you also both know that you just need to surrender because there's really nothing you can do to heal another person. I think the both of you are recognizing that there's reasons why the two of you separated. And if it's meant to be, then it's going to have to be. Or it will be, right? That's why it's saying to trust. Like, trust that you can let it go. Like, you don't have to worry about holding on or staying stuck, because what's meant for you won't pass you by. It doesn't matter what you do. Um, Unconditional love doesn't have boundaries or limits, right? And the one thing about the divine is that's the way the divine functions, is with unconditional love. Like, you're always loved no matter what you do. There's always a place for forgiveness. And these connections teach us how to love a person unconditionally, the good, the bad, the ugly, and not necessarily accepting poor behavior towards you, but loving this person regardless, right? So there's really nothing that can be done. So surrendering it to the higher power, you're going to get it, whichever is for your highest good to come back, right? Just, you can't control it. Just let it go and let God, right? So let's see where my divine masculines are. Oh, okay. They got a lot of chaos going on in their mind. He's got a lot of like wires coming out of his head. Um, just distressed. Um, this could be because there's a lot going on. This could be he's trying to manage business and life, and pain from the separation. His thoughts are confusing him. He could have a lot of fears surrounding this. Could have a lot of people in his head talking about this as well. It does show travel for him. So if the two of you are at a distance, he could be thinking about traveling towards you. This could also be him just needing to get away from the chaos, right? He probably left and isn't communicating because he needs to get a hold of the mind before he can. So pulling himself back, right? It could be a mental vacation. It could be a healing vacation. I'm not sure, but it does show travel. Now, the next thing I'm going to look at is called, this is the cosmic contracts, the ties that bind. This is basically going to tell me why the two of you met, what kind of lessons are being learned between this connection, like why the two of you came together, what lessons are the most important for this connection. Let's see. Okay. Well, you got 3 cards. Normally I only do 2. But we have divine love. I will love you until the end of time. So, just like I was saying, that unconditional love, I think it's teaching the both of you to love unconditionally and to be loved unconditionally. A lot of times we can give unconditional love all day, but to receive it is where the blockages come in. That's where the fears come in, right? And then we've got ego death. I will make you question everything. Both of you could be questioning everything. Like, why is all of this happening? What did I do to deserve this? Why? Why am I bound to this person? Why can't I forget this person? On and on and on, right? That's probably why this masculine is in this chaos in his mind, because his ego is dying. Divine feminine, you could have been the one to make him question everything about the way he was living up until this point. Now, it could be reversed too. And then I got pot stir. I will create drama and chaos. Chaos. So, your person may be a pot stirrer. They might like drama. They may like to stir the pot a little bit. But it's only for you to realize that, or for both of you to realize that drama and chaos may have been something that you've known your whole life, and that's all you know. But it also drives you towards a place of peace, a place of home, a place of security, because you don't want to sit in that forever. Like, sure, at some time we do resonate with it. We do get excited when we watch people fighting, or, just stuff like that, right? I know at a young age, when we went to school, everybody would be like, there's going to be a fight at 3 o'clock, right? And it would go around and around. Everybody would run because they wanted to see these people fight. So at a young age, yes, um, sometimes drama and chaos makes things more interesting when we're bored or have nothing better to do, you know? So it's all about like growing past that, growing past the drama and chaos. Like, yeah, it was entertaining at one time in life, but it's time to grow up, right? And that comes along with the ego death as well. All right. Connected energies. Okay, so I have mystery and fear. Unknown, enigma, illusion, and confusion. Like I said with that moon card, you did get the moon card, right? Um, Something about this connection is elusive. Like it's something that you want, and you may not even be sure why you want it. You may not be sure where it's going, but there's something that keeps drawing you in, and you don't know why, right? And then fear, and it invokes fear. Like nothing on the 3D looks like it's gonna happen, but something keeps telling me, my intuition, right? And this is helping to guide you back to that intuition. Something inside of me tells me there's still something here. There's still something that needs to be done. Like we're meant to be together. And it makes you fearful, afraid. But it's also teaching you how to face those fears, how to trust even when you can't see things in the 3D. And the more that we trust, the more things start to align, right? But it's got to be both ways. It can't just be one person compared to the other person, right? It's got to be something that is mutual. But there's something about this connection. Have a feeling like it's one of those things that you're drawn to most, but at the same time, it's one of those things that you're the most scared of. It actually working out. Like, even thinking about it could probably give you like knots in your stomach, right? And that's kind of like that Eight of Swords next to that commitment. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm afraid for this to work out. That's what the Divine Feminine is telling me. Like, as much as I would like that, eh, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like the fear keeps her from even looking at it. Okay, so the next one is the haunted divine masculine. Basically, this is just like maybe shadows that he's facing during this time. Some things he would like to say. I've got pray. I know I've been cruel. So this divine masculine probably has brought you to your knees, divine feminine, at one time or another, praying like, why would somebody do this to me? That's cruel. Why would somebody I love treat me this way, right? And at least they're recognizing like I've been cruel. And then it says, hurts like hell. I loved and I loved and I lost you. Well, they might have loved and loved and lost you because they were cruel. Who knows? I'm not sure. It's your connection. And then it says, don't cry. I'll still be thinking of you and the times that we had. So if you ever thought like your counterpart does not sit there at night and think about you, I have a feeling like he looks at the moon. That could be why the moon shows up too. Something about the moon is important within this connection. Um, he could be praying right now to bring this back together or trying to get some kind of forgiveness, but at the same time, kind of wishing you the best from afar. But I'm going to finish it off with a couple of these guided messages and then some hidden truths and some charms. Okay. Okay, balance. One person is giving too much to this relationship. And that could have been what happened basically is the imbalance. Like one just wasn't living up to the other person and it became unbalanced. It does say you two are soulmates. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. But I have friendship here. This friendship is leading to more. And like I told Leo, because they had the same card, in order for this to move into a new cycle, the old cycle has to complete. It has to be torn down. It has to be like um, from the ground up. Like wrecking ball, you know, like, okay, I've learned all the lessons for this cycle, closing it out, walking away from it, and starting fresh. And when you start fresh, just like a relationship, you start with friendship first, getting to know the person, see where the two of you align, seeing where you have common interests, seeing where things are, you know, compatible, and then moving on from there. So I'm thinking friendship is going to be like the first step within this connection. Okay. So it says, I want to make amends. It was kind of like this. So for me, I'm thinking like maybe they want to make amends, but they're still like, I don't know when. It says, you didn't see my tears. So someone has definitely cried about you in this connection falling apart. And then it says, I won't let you down. So whatever the both of you are doing in this current moment, I think you both say, like, the next time this happens, you better not let me down, or I'm not going to let you down this time, whichever one happened to drive the connection apart. Now let me get some charms. I know they're loud, but let's see what we have. I've got a stethoscope, so somebody in this connection could work with the doctor, be a nurse, work in the medical field. Got an airplane that could be indicative of this travel. Then I've got an axe, so there's some axes to grind in this connection. Maybe some parts of it need to be cut away in order to start new. And then I've got these jingle bells, so Christmas could be of importance to this connection, or something could have happened around Christmas. All right, so letter charm. Okay, we've got the letter J, the letter B, the letter E, the letter G, the letter D, and the letter C. This could be initials of your person or the person you're watching the video for, if you're a cross watcher or something like that. It doesn't really spell much. Doesn't. Maybe Deb. Deb or B or beg might be like they're gonna come back begging. I'm not sure, but take it whatever resonates for you best. Anyways, I thank you, my dear Capricorns, for watching. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and also if you want to be entered into my January subscriber surprise, all you have to do is leave me a comment, let me know how it resonated with you, and also like the video and be subscribed to my channel. Anyways, thank you guys. I love you to the moon, stars, and Mars, and I'll see you in the next one.